Hey, what's going on? I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. This is actually episode 130. But before I get started, please like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is always greatly appreciated. So, again, this is episode 130, and the topic discussion is choices is the cause of everything. Choices is the cause of everything. I'm not sure if we understand that it is all about our choices. It is all about how we go about doing things that is the root cause of whatever issues that we have. And through the course of my life, I'm going to use myself as an example. I full well know that if I make a particular choice or decision on a situation, whatever that may be, I'm going to have to stand on that. Now, I am the type of person that if I say something, do something, I'm going to stand on whatever that is. And I'm going to take the appropriate course of action to deal with whatever that is. So I thank God, I've said this many times in the past. My mother raised me as such. It was never a point of reference where I said something out of my mouth or I had a particular action that ensued something else or a chain course of other actions to happen that was based on me that I could not stand on or that I did not stand on. I appreciate that. That was a very, very, very good life skill that I learned at a very young age. I was fortunate for on the sports side of it, every coach I've ever played for, it was pretty much cemented in their message and that in their philosophy as being a coach from little league football to high school football to college football. The only time that changed is when I played at the professional level. And I think the reason why that changed at that particular point is quite simple. As a grown man and as an adult, when you're playing pro ball in any league, if it's the AFL, the CFL, the NFL, any professional league, your coaches are there for a totally different thing. They're not there to then teach you life lessons and life skills. They're there to make money. And you then are the product and the conduit as to how they're going to make money. So they're not interested in teaching you anything about life skills at that particular point because you are a grown adult. So that's a totally different level. It's a totally different philosophy. I understood that. But coming up as a young person, I clearly understood my choices is the cause of everything. Couldn't put it on any other thing than that. Prime time, Coach Sanders would always say, and it's so true, keep the main thing, or make the main thing the main thing. Very true. A lot of times we get caught off guard with maybe not realizing that if we put ourselves in a certain situation, you can't expect somebody else to take the fall. If we put ourselves in a certain situation, you cannot expect somebody else to take the fall. And I'm going to be even a little bit more blunt with that analogy. You put yourself in a situation, you can't expect somebody else to take the fall for your BS. It's not, they're not. 9 times out of 10, they're not. They're not in your head to understand why certain decisions or choices was made in the first place. And it doesn't matter how you explain it. A lot of times, they're still not going to understand it. So, in theory, just theory, will you come across certain individuals who, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, and it's a small percentage of people, they may figure out that it's worth their while to stay in certain circumstances and situations that you put them in, as well as yourself. And I've gone through this in college, where either they feel bad, either they're there for whatever reason, but they will stay for a period of time. And a lot of times, depending on the situation, depending on the choice, they may not stay for an extended period of time. So that's something else. That's another whole different level that you go to and you go through when you're dealing with being honest about your own choices and how that's going to affect moving forward with everything else that you got going on. It's a real sensitive topic, and sometimes it's a slippery slope, depending on how you get involved with certain groups of people and individuals, got to understand that. Starts and ends with each and every one of us. Our choices affect how we move, typically affects how everybody else moves, typically affects how the outcome is going to be, either positive or negative, but it will always start and end with you, the individual, first. That is the first lesson. That will be the last lesson of anything you deal with in any problematic issue. That is always going to be the first and last lesson. If you learn that, the quicker you learn that, the better you're going to be in fixing those situations, primarily dealing with yourself. Choices is the cause of everything. And typically it's our choices. So if we could understand that, we can get through a lot of different things in life a lot quicker, a lot of different situations in life a lot quicker. I don't care what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. That's a real fundamental piece to moving forward in any situation that you're in. Choices is the cause of everything, primarily your choices. And the things that you do, the things that you say, whatever you put forth, the energy you put forth, the vibes you put forth, that is going to be the tell all every single time if you're able to recognize that. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. God willing, I'll see you next week. Take care.